Hey everyone, this is Rachel, and today I'm here with a new scrapbooking process video. Thanks so much for joining me here, and I hope you enjoy. If you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome, and I would love it if you would become a subscriber. You can also click on the notification bell so you always know when I have a new video up. Alright folks, let's get going! Hey everyone, I am here today with a 2-page layout that I'm using, making a page kit I put together for a crop I went to back at the end of September in 2019, but I just didn't do it then, so I'm going to do it now. This is also part of a challenge I am doing for a Facebook crop for My Little Scrapbooking Store. This is the one I'm doing, this double page layout challenge, so I'm going to be using that sketch, which I believe is a page map sketch, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So obviously I'll be doing my own take on it, but this is going to be the basis of my layout. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get you put on fast forward English. Yay! Before I do, I just wanted to say, if you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment and I will make sure to answer you. All right, everyone, let's get going. Hey guys, first of all, I just want to make sure you know it's My Little Scrapbook Store, not My Little Scrapbooking Store. Just wanted to clarify that. So I have this page kit put together and I was trying to decide, if you notice in the sketch, there's kind of a 12 by 12 piece of pattern paper that is split between the left-hand side and the right-hand side. And I'm just trying to decide what paper I want to be that paper. And then the other paper that's behind it is about 6 inches spread across horizontally the entire thing. So I do decide that this taupe tone-on-tone piece is going to be the 6-inch spread all the way across, and then this feather paper is going to be the piece that's kind of like the central focus, where it's a full 12 by 12 just split between the left hand and the right hand side of the double page layout. Woohoo! So I'm just deciding exactly where to cut it here. I wasn't really measuring so much as just trying to see what ended up looking good to me. Now, I'm going to keep it pretty in line with the actual sketch. I am going to change it up because where I cut the paper and everything, it's not exactly the way it was done in the sketch. I have a gap between the photo and the end of the left-hand side that isn't in the sketch. So I'm going ahead and getting all of my pattern papers glued down. I run a line of ATG down on the edge, and then if you notice, I did cut out the pieces. This is the paper, Indigo and Ivy. This is the line I intend to use to make a mini album of my nephew's senior photos. I will not be sharing that in videos because it's a 6x8 album. It's going to be very simple, basically just the photos and a little bit of embellishment. I plan to do that at a crop I'm going to at the end of March. So what I will do is I will come back and I will do a flip through once I'm back from the crop. So obviously I'm not going exactly how the sketch is going. I have that one extra 4x6 instead of 2 3x4s, and then my last 3x4 over on the right hand side there is horizontal. So the final 3x4 I have, I'm gonna just pop up on top of that rather than go straight across in a line. So I have a bunch of things. They are almost all from Indigo and Ivy. There are a couple of things that come from the Pink Studio Indigo Hills line. That tag all the way over on the left hand side that has the pink watercolory and gold flowers, that's actually from Indigo Hills, as is the journaling piece, both by Pink Studio. So I also, as you can see, have added that green watercolor striped in diagonal tag piece. I don't know exactly how to explain that. As well as several of the acetate pieces that came out with the Indigo and Ivy line, and I just used my tiny attacher to attach that. And I'm just making sure that that photo on the right hand side lined up with the photo on the left hand side, because my eyes couldn't tell with that little gap there. So now that I've got my photos all placed down, I am ready to embellish. I have, as I said, that tag piece, and I'm going to use that for my title as it is in the sketch. And I'm just kind of creating some embellishment clusters here, using the journaling piece as one of the bases, using that tag as another base, and other than those two, I do a little bit of embellishing around where the title is going to go, and a little bit all the way over on the far right hand side, but just not a ton of embellishing. In the original sketch, there's far more smaller embellishments kind of clustered around, whereas I decided to keep it a little bit more on the simple side. I don't do simple as a rule, so it's simple for me, but obviously everyone's idea of simple is slightly different. While I'm getting all of this down, I do want to mention two things. First, I will be doing my February live on Saturday coming up. So today it is Wednesday the 12th. So my live for February will be, hold on one second, sorry, I'm looking at my calendar, will be on the 15th, so February 15th, and that will be at 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. So obviously, if you're not in Eastern time, you have to figure out what time it is, so but it will be 10 a.m. Eastern. So in March, I'm going to be joining in a YouTube hop called World of Heart 2020. It's run by Tiffany Solario. It's actually 2 days. March 21st, which is the day I'm on, it's going to be scrapbookers and card makers, and then March 28th is going to be mixed media artists. Now, that one I will be on 1 p.m. Eastern or 10 a.m. Pacific. So if you have any interest, that's actually going to run from 7 a.m. Pacific to 4 p.m. Pacific. So there are going to be a lot of different YouTubers doing scrapbooking and card making, and then the following week it'll be mixed media. So I will share more details as it gets closer to that March 21st date. All right, I have added all of my elements. I am now pulling in from my stash my enamel dots. I mentioned in a previous video, I recently reorganized all of my enamel dots into colors on index cards, and then I just keep them in my little IKEA organizer. It's the Fahala in one of the pockets, and they all fit in one pocket, and it's great. I've really loved the way it's working. Was watching Mercy Tiara, she did it, and then I watched a couple other ladies who did it as well. Now, these alphas came with the Indigo and Ivy collection, so I think they actually are called Indigo, and as I said, I was going to put them on that tag. So this is another, as I said, prom layout for my nephew. This is, the park is actually called Elizabeth Park. It's actually famous for its roses. We were there too early for roses, so we had tulips, but it's just a beautiful place to take photos. And that is going to complete my layout. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. If you have any questions, because I was rambling on about other things, just let me know. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye, everyone. Don't forget to flick me a thumbs up if you can.